been quite some time since my last post, and I'm happy to share with you all in this short video about the 5 faculties, the Pancha, Indriya, in the Sanskrit and Pali language. And actually, I'm presenting this in a reverse order. Actually, the faculties come first, and then the powers. So in the previous videos, I covered the 5 powers, and they are the same qualities, mental formations that can be cultivated. But in this case, we will visit them from the point of view of them being in a state of cultivation instead of an established power. So first is Sraddha, which means not just faith, but confidence and conviction. The historical Buddha had confidence, he had conviction. After a period of faith and inspiration as a young man, that he could overcome sorrow, suffering, vexation, and stress, the unnecessary stress of life, that is, not the pain that can't be avoided. And so he quickly learned what he needed to learn from 2 teachers in India, Alara Kalama and Udaka Rama Putta. Udaka, son of Rama, in the Himalayan region of India/Nepal. And then he went on to practice on his own and become enlightened. So that leads us to the second faculty, Indriya, and that is Virya. Virya, energy, enthusiasm, the impetus underlying a given action. In this case, a wholesome impetus, and that is to be awakened, to be free, to be liberated. This leads to the power of Indriya that prevents laziness and lethargy and torpor and sloth, which is a major hindrance towards awakening or enlightenment. We then go on to the third faculty, and that is Sati, essential recollection, mindfulness, and its various components, which I have elaborated on in several short videos on Instagram and YouTube via Modern Contemplative. And the fourth is Samadhi, mental unification, a mind that is harmonious, and that becomes a power when one is no longer scattered, when one doesn't have a monkey mind, when the monkey mind is not operational, you have a unified mind. And the more unified the mind becomes, we call that a deep samadhi, a dhyan, a jhana. And I will go into all of these faculties and powers more in depth in future talks or via messaging. If you have any questions or comments, just post them on Instagram via Modern Contemplative or YouTube. And the fifth one is Panya, Prajna. Panya, Pali, Prajna, Sanskrit, which is translated as wisdom. But it is a transcendental wisdom. It is a heightened insight. It is the insight that one experiences and says, Eureka, aha, I understand now, I got it, that's it, this is it type of moment, experience. One can have this experience through meditation or through being in nature and being inspired by a flower or a tree or another sentient being. One definitely can have this experience from a moderate to high dose psychedelic experience, and I've had plenty of those, all done skillfully. And that concludes the 5 faculties, Pancha Indriya, which become 5 powers, Pancha Bala, that I discussed in the previous video on my YouTube channel, Modern Contemplative. Ponder these mental factors. They are mental formations. Anything that appears in the mind is a mental formation. It is a sankhara. It is that which arises and that which shapes your behavior, your experience of reality. If you have any questions or comment, please post them Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. And Love Supreme, be well. I hope that this short video has given you a lot to contemplate and to ponder upon, and to increase your zeal for life and understanding the myriad mysteries of existence, and more importantly, so that you can liberate yourself from unnecessary stress and suffering, sorrow, vexation, lamentation, etc. Be well. This is Brother Diamond, aka Bhikkhu Nalaka, about to enjoy a nice mindful walk and breakfast.